Hi guys, so we are live and welcome to the Instahyre Roundtable where we have a new topic to discuss today, and it's about the unspoken rules, what separates winning consultants in 2025. So I have Prakriti, and Prakriti, you can start off the discussion. Over to you, and then we can have a quick round of other questions for our audience. So over to you, Prakriti.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarvajit. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Instahyre Spotlight, the unspoken rules what separates winning consultants in 2025. I'm Prakriti, Associate Product Marketing Manager at Instahyre, and I'm thrilled to have everyone join us today. Let's be honest, the recruitment is changing at lightning speed. By 2025, we are saying we deliver quality candidates or we close roles faster is just noise. Clients have heard it all before. The consultants breaking free are the ones who've cracked the unspoken rules, the strategies that separate good recruiters from the great ones. Here's what we'll exactly unpack together today. How recruiters can stand out in an oversaturated market, cutting tat without losing quality, pitfalls that break recruiter client trust, and why candidate engagement is the key to retaining top talent. And lastly, we'll also cover some modern recruiter first tools that actually win client confidence. And the best part I'm most excited about, we'll also be revealing the all new Instahyre hiring suite built specifically for hiring consultants and talent partners who want to hire faster. Plus, at the very end, we'll also be announcing the best talent advisory firm winner. So stay tuned for that. I'd now like to hand over the stage to Sarvajit, co-founder at Instahyre. He will be introducing our distinguished panel of experts, the brilliant founders of Scaling Theory and Enter Recruitment. They have built trusted talent advisory firms from the ground up, navigating complex hiring landscapes and shaping the winning playbook all along the way. Today, they'll be sharing some battle tested insights in a conversation that dives deep into what it truly takes to thrive as a consultant in 2025. Yeah, over to you, Sarvajit.
Thank you, Prakriti, for the introduction, and welcome to the uh, Insta Spotlight. And I'm super pumped to be here and kick off some very candid real-world discussion with our panel, and who have been long-term users and advocates of Instahyre. So together we will dive into today's topic, the unspoken rules, what separates winning consultants or talent scouts in 2025. So let's start with the intro, Vikna. Vikna Prakash is the founder and CEO of Scaling Theory. So Vikna has around 16 years of experience in technology hiring, and he has seen it all, working with SaaS startups, IT services firms, and healthcare BPOs. And 2022, he took the leap of faith to start his own venture, which is Scaling Theory, and driven by one simple and very powerful belief: like every role deserves that one right candidate. And today, Scaling Theory is a trusted partner to many tech startups, and that who refuse to compromise on quality when it comes to building teams and scaling it up. So over to you, Vikna. Nice to have you on the show, and a little bit of brief about you, so that, and then we can move on to the others. Right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here with all these, panels and everybody. So as Sarvajit said, I come with 16 years of experience, plus 5 years of my other run of founder and CEO of Scaling Theory Technologies. This is a boutique, talent advisory firm where we are working exclusively for technology product companies, SaaS startups exclusively. And I'm proud to say that 95% of my clients are all through word of mouth, communicated clients. And I have a team of 15 plus people, and we are based out of Trichy, the center point of Tamil Nadu. So this is all about me. Very glad to be here, and
Lovely to have you. Lovely to have you, Vikna. And we have Dikshita Verma. She's the founder of Enter Recruitment. So Dikshita is not just a founder; she's also a trusted advisor to CEOs and entrepreneurs. So helping them shape people strategies that truly drive growth. What makes her stand out is a passion for reimagining recruitment, making sure candidates feel respected and clients feel supported. With Enter Recruitment, she's building more than a hiring firm. She's creating a culture where growth is consistent and hiring feels like a genuine partnership. So, Dikshita, welcome to the show and lovely to have you. A few words about you for the audience and folks who have joined in.
Thank you, Sarvajit, for having me here again. So yeah, I moved to Bangalore in 2020. While I was working with the recruitment firm, I saw some gaps, and that idea led to Enter. Right, at Enter we help assemble tech and product teams for high growth startups with a vision where we can make hiring more faster, transparent, and at the same time more impactful for the founder's growth journey, right? So that's the idea, and looking forward to this conversation ahead.
Lovely. So we'll start off with a few questions which we have developed. So let's start off with Dikshita, and then we want to say everyone will have the share of questions. Dikshita, what frameworks help recruiters secure clients, increase efficiency, and stand out in a crowded markets? If any particular framework or frameworks you want to call upon.
So the framework is simple. What we follow, right? Doing your homework, bringing clarity, and then deliver. So we start with finding common grounds, whether it's the industry or the stage of the company, the institutions, or the individuals who have invested in, right? Or even the alumni network.
Okay.
This reminds me of when we reached out to a founder who was in IT Bombay, Adam.
Okay.
We just did not talk to him about our work, right? We also mentioned other IT Bombay founders we had helped scale teams with. And that
Okay.
instantly created trust and made the conversation more warmer, right? Apart from this, sharing insights like, um, talent availability, hiring patterns, talking about how sooner or later you can close a position realistically. And then when it comes to delivery, um, deliver with just three profiles with a clear reason on why they fit, right? That's how you move from being just another uh, recruiter to being a real hiring partner.
Lovely. Vikna, what about you? What frameworks will help recruiters or help your recruiters or you to secure clients, increase their efficiency, and stand out in a very crowded market?
So absolutely right. It's a very crowded market. So here, the framework to increase the efficiency, right? I create the interest to the talent advisors. So the
Sure.
interest will reciprocate as their efficiency, right? So what I do is first I will teach them the kind of problem that they are solving in the industry, why they are here working as a talent advisor. What is the meaning of their life? Why they are coming and sitting in front of me 9:30 to 6:30 every day, and why they are to put all their blood and soul into this, dynamics. So I teach them this is the kind of problem, and the problem that you solve is a very big deal for all the upcoming startups in the India, because talent is one of the most important aspect of any startup, right? And then I respect their expertise, right? So whatever expertise that they have to solve this problem, I respect that. And then what did I do is, see, there is no good motivator like money, right? End of the day, it all comes to money. So my salary package is different. I have linked my people's salary package to money, so that they make sure that they do the closure, they put all the dedication and hard work in a very channelized route, in a very focused way, on solving a problem. They'll take a position like solving a problem, right? And they get incentivized and they get motivated, right? So the entire cycle is closed with this framework, I believe. So this is what I do with my talent advisors.
Okay. I have. I will continue with Vikna on the second question. So you have worked with a lot of very good recruiters, like who understand left, right, and center and how the candidate will behave, or who is the right candidate. You find out from a lot of content which they have written. So how do leading recruiters cut turnaround times without compromising on anything, like compromising on candidate quality is the main thing. So how do they do that? Like cutting turnaround times, which is a big factor
Great
in your.
question. Scaling theory. These are some of the problems. Before I found scaling theory, when I was part of WhatKits and other companies, the most important, wastage, the loss was the time with the recruiters, right?
Yeah.
When we were working with the traditional consultancies, right? So that is one of the major, thought process for me before I found scaling theory, and I wanted to short this TAT to deliver the right candidate in the right time to the client. So the very first thing is deep work. That is what we believe in, right? I wanted each and every one of my talent advisors to spend their time with the client or the hiring manager to understand the requirement with utmost clarity. That's number one. When they have utmost clarity, they will not go ahead and source the wrong set of profiles. If they source the wrong set of profiles, we know what is the danger, right? So they will be, wasting everyone's time. End of the day, the hiring manager will come and say that, hey, this is not the preferred skills, and I'm looking, this is not the person on all that stuff. And again, they have to go back. By the time 3 to 4 days has wasted, right? So, do the dive first, deep dive first, understand every nuances from the hiring manager's perspective, understand the persona of the candidate. More than the skills, the persona has to match, right? Otherwise, end of the day, he'll be, fired in the last round of the interview. Tata, bye-bye. That's very important. And source only the quality profiles. And moreover, we have a process in scaling theory where the first set of profiles will be gone through by the talent advisors, and it will be moving to the table of team leaders, and the team leaders will go through every profile, match with the JD, skill set, persona, and everything, and it finally comes to me. Till this date, I do the quality check. The last check will be done by my eyes. I'll go through the profile. I'll check the skill sets and everything. Once I say process, the resume reaches the client. So this is the process that I have, which will cut the TAT. Even though we share just 3-4 profiles for a requirement, it cuts short the TAT. Out of 3 or 4 profiles, at least client will shortlist 2 profiles. That's the goal.
Okay, so that is a lovely approach, I think. And Dikshita, what are your thoughts? Dikshita, you have worked with a lot of very good recruiters, leading recruiters. How do they cut their times, or how do you cut turnaround times without compromising on candidate quality, which is the paramount factor here?
So, see, speed in hiring doesn't come from working faster, right? It comes from the preparation. One doesn't have to wait for a mandate to start hunting. Good recruiters out there are constantly in touch with great talent, right, in the market, and building relationships with them, right? So that way, you're never starting from zero. So that's number one, right? Another thing would be what Vikna said, right? Understanding your role really well, taking that time to do your research, understanding the client's world inside out, whether it's the culture, the must-haves, deal breakers, or negotiables. So, this saves a lot of mismatches. And at the same point in time, a lot of back and forth as well, ultimately saving you weeks of time, right? And lastly, when you deliver, so at Enter, we only deliver 3 profiles in a batch, right?
Okay.
That way, every profile, but obviously with real context. It's not like we're just sending random profiles. 3 strong profiles with real context, so that every profile feels like a solution, not just another CV in a pile, right? So I'm sure we've heard this very often. Everybody says that recruitment is all about timing, right? But when they talk about timing, they're not saying that it's not like speed in hiring isn't about just sending the CVs fast. It's about sending the right ones faster.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. And Dikshita, continuing with this, like, what are the common mistakes that slow down hiring or damage trust with clients?
So some of the known, I would say, mistakes are definitely what I spoke about, what Vikna also said, limited profiles, spamming the client with CVs, over-promising, and not closing the loops, right? I'm sure you would have heard about this, but then I also want to bring a point here where which people don't talk about much. So we as recruiters, right, often end up in a race with ourselves, driven by a FOMO of losing out on a client. So what happens is the focus shifts to adding more accounts instead of delivering results. But piling up client doesn't really help. Delivery is what builds credibility. So with so many open positions already pending, adding more accounts only stretches you thin. And see, Sarvajit, we cannot work with every startup or company out there realistically, right? But we can definitely deliver excellence to the ones we've already committed to. So I feel this one mistake people don't focus about, people just focus about the other two, which I just mentioned in the starting of our conversation. So yeah, that's what I have to say about it.
Okay. Vikna, your thoughts on this? Like, what are the common mistakes that slow hiring and damage trust?
Okay. As I said, people don't deep dive on the role. That is number one. We already discussed about it. And in today's market, basically we are working with startups, right? So if you say startup, candidate will come with all the idea. Okay, this is what it is. They'll judge every startup, right? But every startup works with a different kind of a problem statement, right? A recruiter, a talent advisor, first should study the problem of the company, problem statement of the company. So if it is Instahyre, what is the problem Instahyre is solving? If it is an urban club, what is the problem? If it is Ola, what is the problem? Without selling the problem statement to the candidate, because end of the day, say a full stack engineer is a full stack engineer wherever he's going to work. He's going to work on the same tech stack. Golang is going to work on 5 different companies on the same Golang or whatever it is. But how you interest the candidate on the company is basically on the problem that he could solve in the company. By solving the problem, what is the kind of insights that he could get and what is the kind of learning curve he could travel, the journey that he can make, right? So this problem statement are highly undersold in the area. Talent advisors just pick the call and they'll say, hey, I'm calling from so-and-so ABC company and, we are looking for are you looking for an opportunity? This is the full stack engineer role that we have. This is the tech stack, blah, 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 etc., etc. So this talent advisor is going to sound like another insurance seller, right? Yeah. What difference that you're going to make is understand the problem statement completely. And when you talk to the candidate, you will also have good confidence level. Hey, I know all about the client that I'm talking about. So whatever questions that you can throw on my side, I will be able to answer. That kind of a confidence level is very important to close the deal because candidate will respect you more when you have more confidence on the call. If candidates are asking questions, see, for example, because we are today, Gen Z are highly smart, right? They're definitely going to throw some questions on you. People are from IIT, they're definitely going to ask some questions about the dynamics of the problem statement or kind of tech stack that the product is using, name some brilliant features of the product and all these questions. So you should be able to answer these questions. So preparation, clarity, understanding the problem statement of the client that you're going to work, it's very, very important. And then people have to track metrics, right? So they just can't just keep sourcing the profile, even though if it is 3 or 2 or 4, they just can't keep sourcing the profiles, but forget to track the metrics. People have to track the metrics. Metrics are the main thing which can leverage your skill sets and performance. Like, how many source to shortlist, how many shortlist to first round, how many first round to last round, how many offer to closure. These metrics are very, very important, right? They don't track the metrics. Without tracking the metrics, your performance are going to stay same, right? If you track the metrics every day or every week or every month, you can identify yourself as a new person. You can improvise. You can increase the ratios. So that's a lot of leverage as a talent advisor, right? So these are 2 common mistakes I would say, and low engagement. Sometimes the engagement is both the sides, right? One is client side you have to manage as well as the candidate side. Today candidates are giving 5-10 interviews on a daily basis. They'll be juggling with 10s and 20s of offers in the hand. They will forget you immediately, right? So you will have to do the micro updation to the candidates, right? Then and now call the candidates. Keep engaging with them. Give them micro updates. Hey, this is Vikna here. I'm calling you from ScalingTheory. We just spoke yesterday. I talked to you about this concept. Did you just go through in Wikipedia? Did you just try ChatGPT? Some conversation you have to do to keep the candidate warm. If you're not giving micro updates, right? 48 hours they'll forget you. 3 days they don't know you. They'll forget the brand of your company. And 4th day you're a totally new different caller, talent advisor calling him. So you have back to the square one. You have to call him and tell him, hey, you remember last Monday I called you? Oh, I already got an offer. I'm joining in this company. Finish. So these are some of the important points I'd say.
And it says in the industry that poor engagement can cost you top talent, which is true, which we have heard. Like, but in your career spanning 16 years, Vikna, so you have seen a lot of mistakes happening, kind of poor engagement, maybe intentionally or not, unintentionally. How do you fix it? Like, what are the things which people can do to fix it? There are a lot of new budding recruitment consultants who are listening to this, and it's like, what are your tips on this? How do you fix it?
See, it's all depending on the persona of the talent advisor, what I would say. Because when I hire somebody, I don't just hire them for the skill set. I tell them, boss, this is the job that you're going to do. And this job is a very important job where a person has to listen to you over a call and shift gears for his life. He has to change his career based on the trust that he's putting on you. It's a huge thing. You don't think it's just a recruiter. It's the talent advisor, right? So he's going to take an important decision of his life, listening to you. You're somebody calling him from Trichy. Oh, why should he trust you, right?
Yeah.
It's a very important change that you're going to do in his career, in his entire life. So take the ownership, right? When you take the ownership, right, everything will come into place. For example, there are a couple of talent advisors. We have seen a lot of talent advisors in our life, right? They will be doing shady work from the sourcing and quality check, and then doing the first round of telephonic interview, and then L1, L2, L3. They will be doing a shady work. Once the candidate come to the final round, right, that's where their engagement starts, because the candidate is in the final round, and the next one will be a closure. And if the candidate get close, they'll get incentive. But this urgency, this sense of ownership will not come when the candidate is in the first level of interview, when he's doing the first level of call. So take complete ownership. Own the candidate. He is your kid. He is your child, right? Give him the importance and engage with him step by step. Teach him. Most of the recruiters forget to tell him what are the interview process. Most of them do not tell him who's the hiring manager. Go and check his LinkedIn profile. Who's the next round of interviewer? Go and check his LinkedIn profile. Feed him with the information. Feed him with the data. That will pave a way for him to win an interview, right? For example, say that an interviewer, I'm just not going through a LinkedIn profile of an interviewer who is going to take my next round of interview. I'm preparing for a Golang round. And when I'm going and attending the interview, the interviewer is asking long other questions other than Golang. He's not diving deep into the Golang. If at all I had gone through his LinkedIn profile, right, I would have got an important update that this guy is not strong in Golang. He's good in other things. So I would have prepared on other things as well. You will have questions only in the strongest subjects that you're dealt with, right? If I'm strong in Java, I will only be asking questions from Java. I will not be asking questions from Golang. So if you have the candidate gone through my LinkedIn profile, you would have understood that I'm strong in Golang, so I can prepare in Golang, so I can face some tough questions from this guy. So these are some of the things that a talent advisor should take care of, actually.
Okay. So, Dikshita, so as the same question for you, like we have seen that like poor engagement can cost you a lot of good talent, which in turn cost you a lot of money and billing and incentives. So what are your thoughts on this? What are the tips from you to other people who are wanting to start up their own or are working in some company? What are the things which they can fix in them so that the problem doesn't get a lot bigger for them and they can close as soon as possible?
Sure. So poor engagement is definitely the fastest way to, lose any great talent. Vikna has also already covered some of it, so I'll just add a little bit more to it. So I would just say, imagine this: a candidate applies and doesn't hear back for 2 weeks, or goes through 3 rounds of interviews and doesn't get any feedback. So what happens is the candidate starts assuming that the company doesn't value them, and while you're waiting, the candidate is already holding another offer, right? And that happens. So see, the fix is very simple, right? To stay in touch with the candidate, update them even when there is no update, right? Just a quick call or a WhatsApp saying, or just a WhatsApp telling them that, hey, these are maybe the reason for the delay, or just a WhatsApp saying, hey, the process is still on, nothing new yet. Those 30 seconds or 2 minutes touch points can save relationships. And the candidate also feels invested in the process. So the idea is to, keep the candidates invested and engaged in the process.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dikshita, continuing with you, which modern tools do you think has enhanced or can enhance the productivity of the recruiters while keeping the relationship or the human part at the center and focusing on it? So, what are the modern tools which you are using or others you have seen using which helps to increase recruiter productivity?
I mean, so we are using a lot of tools. We use ATS. We have, for ATS, automation, and market intelligence platforms, right? Which saves a lot of time for us, right? This could be your Zoho, again, Instahyre, Slack, and Zapier, Notion. So, and on the, I would say, market intelligence side, Traxon, and we have Crunchbase, and there are so many other platforms, right? Tools are definitely there for us to be more and do more. And they're definitely not here to replace us, because I hear that a lot. They're here to amplify us, right? But here is a catch. Like I said before, a 2 minutes call or a WhatsApp update can build more confidence than any dashboard. So the idea is to let the technology do all the repetitive work, and the time we are able to save from these tools, utilizing them in building more and investing in real engagements. So yeah.
Okay, great. Vikna, your thoughts on this? What modern tools enhance productivity for recruiter while keeping the relationships at the center?
Okay, so when we talk about the tools from a founder's perspective, because we all having a very lean team, our budget is very lean, or our runway is very lean, right? So from that perspective, there are a lot of tools for everything, right? Everything you say, there are hundreds of tools out there, and you don't have to talk about the AI tools, right? So non-AI tools are hundreds, AI is 1,000 tools, right? But not every tool is going to help you. And just because using all the tools, every tool will come with a different kind of problem statement and commitment, right? Sometimes tool will enhance us, sometimes tools will diminish our time management, right? So you will use multiple tools, and one fine day you'll get confused and you'll have to get rid of all these tools one day. That happened to me as well. So when it comes to tools, from ScalingTheory, we are little old school till now. We are using Google Sheets and all these other things. We are still old school, but we are developing our own product, our own ATS, which is going to hit our floor by the month of January 2026. We are developing a tool for us because all these 5 years of run, we have learned a lot, right? We know what's helping us, what's not helping us, what is going to engage with our client, what is not going to engage. So we are developing a tool for our internal use, which is going to solve major issues and a major automation problem for my team, right? It's not for the market. But right now, the most important tools that we are using are the resume databases, to be very frank, right? Instahyre is my top #1 resume tool. I've been using that since 2018 when I was a talent partner until today I'm a CEO. I'm still using Instahyre. I have trust. I have everything on Instahyre, and I'm repeating this. 75 to 80% of all my revenue closure comes from Instahyre. Apart from that, I use LinkedIn. They have their own advantages, right? But I always gauge, if I spend 50 rupees on a tool, what is the return on investment? That's my first question, right? And my sales team is still using LinkedIn in the old school way. They open the message because I'm a fan of sending customized emails rather than sending campaigns. And I don't want to kill any CEOs and founders' time because they're already busy with 100 other things. They don't have time to just open your message in LinkedIn and type every answer for that. So we write a personalized email for every reach outs in my sales department, and we are using LinkedIn for that. We use LinkedIn Premium to source candidates as well, quality candidates, some other kind of a different kind of a niche requirements. We use LinkedIn. So mostly these are the tools that we use. Actually, we have there are a lot of other tools which we never touched. We went for demo. We asked them to give demo. We're not impressed. The most important problem today is candidates has to be active, right? What are you going to do with passive candidates? They'll just come and see their profile and they leave, but they're not looking for the job. How do you know this important information? So people have to be active. It's not about spending 20 rupees, 30 rupees to see a profile, but the candidate has to be active end of the day. And today, as I told you before, there are different kind of requirements are coming in very hybrid. The potentiality of the candidate has to be in the next level, right? People have to do 5 different things together. So sales guy has to manage the performance marketing, and the performance guy has to take care of the SEO. Where do you get these profiles? So it's kind of
okay. This question is also open for the audience, by the way. Which modern tools do you use to increase your productivity as a recruiter while keeping relationships at the center? So comments on the LinkedIn Live, we can see all the comments and we can check it out. Okay, with the next set of questions is from the audience. So the first question is, as a leader of a recruitment consulting firm, how do you keep your team motivated during slow hiring cycles when client demand drops? So it's a question for both of you. Anybody can start off. Yeah, over to you guys.
Sure. So can I start, Vikna?
Ladies first.
Thank you so much. So, so hiring cycles are tough. We've seen that we've been there ourselves in 2023. We've seen some really low months, but that's where resilience comes in. And I know these phases will come again in the journey ahead. So instead of worrying or stressing about fewer mandates, we focus on professional growth. We sharpen our sourcing strategies. We pick random CVs and discuss them. We double down on the training, on the tools used by engineers these days, right? Above all, I stay transparent with my team. I tell them where the market stands and where we stand. That way, everyone feels a part of the bigger picture, right? So by staying transparent and celebrating small wins, morale stays high. And when the demand picks up, the team is ready to win, and more because they're more prepared. So yeah.
Okay. Vikna, your thoughts on this? Dikshita has given a very thoughtful and insightful answer.
Absolutely. So same, definitely in 4 quarters in a year, at least 1 quarter will be very dull. If I could not complain, it's going to be there, right? And what I do is basically, the most important point for me, the most important thing that matters to me when it comes to my team is participation, right? I want them to participate in the growth of the business. I want them to feel that they are the one who's rowing the boat. They are the one who's sailing the ship. So I conduct some meetings, like randomly I'll pick a topic, I'll make them sit, I'll talk to them, I'll listen, I'll do brainstorming. And it could sound selfish, but this is what I do. I use them for digital marketing as well. I ask them to come up with some ideas, to put some quick post in the LinkedIn and drive it to different kind of audience, get some more likes and comments, and I motivate them, incentivize them. And if the quarter is really dull, then we will shoot up for an offsite for 5 days or something in a hill station or something. We flex the muscles, play games and all that. And apart from that, every month we go for a movie. Every month we have biryani day, all the other perks. It's all there. As we are working for startup companies, it's my responsibility to keep my company as in the same culture. Otherwise, they don't understand the culture of a startup, right? So here, for my employees, timing doesn't matter. They can come anytime, they can go anytime. But what they contribute matters. We don't deduct salaries for late coming and all that. We don't deduct salaries for leaves and all that. We understand people empathetically. Same like the startup. But when the time is low, you have to see what you can contribute at that point in time. Your job, not just like a talent advisor, where you source the profiles and bring me revenue on the table. Yeah, that is there. But apart from that, how do you contribute? So make sure that they contribute to the vision and mission of the company, so that they'll feel belonging. Okay, sir will talk to me separately on different topics. I have learnings over here. I understand about the AI market. I understand about the deep learning system. Talk to them about something, clarity, give them more clarity, solve their issues, solve their doubts. They'll feel more belonged. They don't even feel that the market is down. They'll be waiting to grab more, actually, when the market is up.
Great. So I have a small question from the audience, Parth Mangi. So he asked that how job seekers can evaluate the hiring circles, find out hiring circles. Is a good time to switch or should stay in the job they are? This is a question from Parth from the audience. Anyone can answer?
All right, I'll go. I was actually thinking if Vikna wants to go. So it is a great market. I don't know part what exactly you do, if you are a engineer or not. But in case you're an engineer, and since we are a tech hiring company, I would just say that it's a great time for because there are so many companies who are getting funded with AI coming into the picture. There are so many roles and positions out there. So it's a great time if you're looking for a switch. So yeah, you should go ahead.
Okay, great. So another question it came up: what advice would you give to smaller or newer recruitment firms trying to stand out against established ones? So applies to both of you. Anyone can answer. Both of you can answer.
Ladies
Okay.
first. Okay. I have
Okay,
some,
come on, Dikshita, come on, go on.
I thought, should I wait for you?
Go ahead, go ahead.
The question was about the advice to
New startups, new startups in consulting
new
business.
agencies. All right. So I think the biggest advantage that any new or a small agency would be agility, right? You don't have to go through those layers of hierarchy or processes that big firms do, right? I know so many founders who are working on weekends, who are taking interviews on weekends and need speed on hiring. They need a hiring partner who can work alongside them in real time. And that's where a small, agile recruitment firm can shine, right? If I had to start over, I would probably focus on 5 startups at their infancy and build their entire founding teams, because that's where I know I can truly make my mark and also grow alongside my clients. Uh, I know so many small agencies who are doing great. There is Zensai Labs and Cooperates, right? People with great intentions, and but making big impact, right? So in the end, whoever it is from the audience, if you're planning to start, I would just like to say that clients don't care about the size of your company or your agency. All they need is clarity, speed, and results. I
Great.
hope I could answer the question to the anonymous person.
An excellent answer. It's an excellent answer.
Yeah.
So I'll just give my 2 quarters on this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Actually. So any small company, especially when it comes to an HR agency, like I started with one recruiter. In fact, I was the first recruiter, and then Nanda came in, and then others. Today we are sitting with 15, 20 people. So the first thing what I would say is keep your mind straight. This is a long-term game. This is not a short-term money. You cannot just start hiring business and you can't just make money out of it. You need to have, as Dikshita very well said, Dikshita said, no, agility is important as well as patience is also very important, right? And calculate every penny that you spend. Keep your runway tight, right? And don't take any big decisions. And most importantly, don't bite more than you can chew. And the most important problem most of the HR consulting firms go through is they love to work for brands. They love to work for Google. They love to work for Microsoft. They wanted to put big brands, big logos in their company's website and all that. Forget about all that. Every big brand is not your great client. There is a huge difference.
Yes.
Even if it is a small company, if they are paying you on time, they are your good client. They are your God. So go behind them. In spite of looking for great brands will come later. Don't worry about it. They have a lot of protocols. They have a lot of process and everything. They are not agile when it comes to their vendor empanelment. But you be agile. You work for the real-time companies which is solving real-time problem. Help them out. They stay with you on a longer term. That's how I have grown. 90% of all my clients came through word of mouth references. Right? How it's happening? You never see much advertisement for ScalingTheory actually. But we keep onboarding clients because of the good work that we do. And keep your team lean first. Don't go imagining like live in dream like I'm gonna hire 50 people tomorrow. I'll be having 100 people company. That's not gonna work out, right?
Okay.
It's not like Rajinikanth movie where you will just grow 0 to 100 crore in one song. It's a long-term business, and you have to have a lot of patience. And every day is a learning. Every new client you will learn something different. And always go as a fool. Don't go as the smartest guy. If you're going to listen to a hiring manager, wear the fool's cap and listen to him. Sir, whatever you're saying, that's what we're going to do. So teach us everything. What's running in your mind? Understand everything from that perspective. The client is your God. So keep that feel, stay in the ground and, keep calm. Don't be very louder with your success. Keep it under the sheets till the time comes. These are my points.
Great. I have one more question from Meghna Ravishankar. Meghna asks, from your perspective, what aspects of current interview processes help candidates feel comfortable and engaged? And where do you think we might unintentionally create stress or barriers for them? Over to you guys.
Okay. Can I go, Dikshita?
Sure.
Okay. So the question is very straightforward. I love the question. So when a candidate comes in for the interview, first you have to break the ice. The number one problem today, most of the candidates say is, when I'm entering into the interview panel, the panel is already wearing an ego cap. I'm the hiring manager. I know everything. Now I'm going to ask you all the tough questions where you're going to shake your heads left to right. You're going to be very submissive to me. You're going to accept your failure. And I will ask you all the easy questions. So make sure that you're making the candidate very comfortable. You have a lot of time in the world. You don't have to start with the technical questions. First ask him, hey, how did you travel here? How was the traffic? Break the ice, make him feel comfortable. Read his resume thoroughly. He would have put some pointers which would attract your eyes, like I'm a footballer, I'm a movie buff. Take a topic from there and talk to him. Hey, what is the recent movie that you have seen? Hey, I was in the theater and all that stuff. You'll feel comfortable. Oh, 5 minutes I spoke to this guy. This guy is very human. And then, hey, let's dive for the interview. Inform him properly. And now I'm going into the interview. Let's start with the basic questions and all that. You can make sure the candidate is very comfortable and he will open up more. When you show your egoistic side, the candidate will keep everything inside him because he will feel that fear, like, if he says something, this guy is going to say it's wrong, or he's going to prove that it's wrong, right? In spite of, motivating me and, pulling the answer out of my mouth, he's going to keep it with himself. So make the candidate very comfortable during the interview process. And what was the next question, Prabhajit? Sorry, I just lost it.
And where do you think we might unintentionally create stress or barriers for them?
Okay, the answer is already there inside. When you don't deviate from the topic, number one, and you as a hiring manager, you understand why did we call this guy and ask questions only related to that. Don't jump into current affairs, or don't jump into the Gaza matter, or don't jump into something else where you would be having a lot of knowledge. Probably you would be having, preparation on that. Probably you will be working on a great future, which your product is working on. But the candidate is coming from a different company where they work on a nominal features. So stick to the course. The candidate will feel comfortable. Suddenly, if you jump from React.js to Golang, he's going to go bananas. He'll feel uncomfortable.
Done.
So stick to the course.
Okay. Dikshita, anything from your side on this? Like any thoughts?
I think you covered a lot, included a lot of other examples also. So yeah.
Okay. Now we have the candidate question, the job seeker question, which we have. How can consultants actually help me strengthen my application or interview performance beyond just like forwarding the resume to a client?
So I think a good recruiter or a consultant does way more than just forwarding your resume. And that starts by understanding your career journey, the projects you've been a part of, the impact you've created, the teams you've been working with, right? And also the experiences that don't exactly fit on a resume, like your relocation, your career gaps, or job switches, or maybe any freelancing or cross-functional project. And once we gather all this data from the candidate, we help you refine your CV. We could guide you to add impact metrics or measurable achievements here and there, right? I've even shared several LinkedIn posts about common CV mistakes and what are the must-haves for all the candidates, job seekers out there to present themselves much stronger. And when it comes to the interview stage, we prep you according to the client's expectation. We help you with the product, the founder's vision, right? The topics of interview, even brief you on the panel. So, so by the time you are meeting the client, you're speaking to the client, You're not just a resume. You are the candidate they cannot ignore. So I'm sure that we do way beyond than just forwarding your resume.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Vigna, any thoughts on this? Like anything which you want to add on this?
So preparation of resume is very, very vital actually. Today there are a lot of tools which a candidate can go through and all of that. But make sure resume is not one-time preparation. That's what I would say. Because every job that you apply, you have to personalize your resume a little bit so that it will be attractive to the employer, right? So if an employer is looking out for a full stack engineer with 70% of backend and 30% of front end, if you are having a resume which is prepared for 70% of front end and 30% of backend, now you know what are the interview questions that you're going to face. So massage the content little bit. If you are confident, massage the content little bit. There is nothing wrong. You can take suggestions from your seniors as well or a consultant as well. You can reach out to them and you can ask the right questions and do a thorough research about the company, and whatever skill sets the company is looking out for, emphasize a little bit on that. But don't overconfidently write, I know everything end to end. If they're asking for React.js, don't write, I know everything end to end. But tell them in React.js, what did you, work? What have you, where do you have your strong skills, right? Emphasize a little bit on that. That will help you to definitely, have a good interview. See, everything comes down to the good interview. Even if the guy is 100% great and the hiring manager is 100% great, but the interview is not good, definitely you're going to miss out on the great talent, right? So you have to make a comfortable interview environment, and the candidate has to feel comfortable and allow him to open up. In spite of he listening to you, let you listen to him. That's very, very important. And resume is a very important tool which will, transcend the information which is running in your mind, your expectations, and your willingness to the panel. That's very important.
Great. So we have a very funny round right now. It's known as rapid fire, and we will ask you a set of very quirky questions, like 5 of them, and I'm ready with them. So who wants to go first? Dikshita or Vikna? Let me.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Dikshita wants to go first, I said.
Fine, I'll go. I mean, I don't know. I thought that's why I waited.
Okay, Dikshita, chai or coffee?
Both.
Okay. So if your laptop or phone could talk, what would it complain about?
If my laptop, that you never shut me down.
Okay. If your WhatsApp chats had a theme song, what would it be?
WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot think of any. I'm really sorry. I'm not great at rapid fire, clearly. So yeah.
Okay. If you were your favorite street food, what would you be?
Street food.
Yeah.
Can I be pancake? I'm so sorry. I'm not too much into street food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
If you could, pancakes is it? Okay. If you could only use one app on your mobile phone forever, which one would it be?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Okay. Great. Dikshita, so over to you, Vikna. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? No, right? Okay.
No.
No. If you were a cartoon character for a day, who would you be?
Pink Panther.
Okay. Your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Movies.
Okay. If you could swap lives with any celebrity for 24 hours, who would it be?
Swap lies.
Lives. Lives.
Oh. Rajinikanth.
Okay. Last one is mountains or beaches for a holiday?
Mountains.
Mountains. Okay. Thank you guys for being such a sport with this rapid fire, and I would like to hand upon to Prakriti, who will be exclusively revealing the Instahyre hiring suit. So over to you, Prakriti, for the next set. Thank you guys. I will come back again. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarvajit. Yeah. Hiring consultants, you're constantly juggling multiple roles, managing different clients, and facing the relentless pressure to close positions fast. And here's the truth, you don't get enough credit for the incredible work that you do. Today, I'm excited to share something that changes everything. You now get an ATS experience, and the best part, it's completely free. A big chunk of Insta's jobs are by hiring consultants like you, and we've heard the same feedback, over and over again. Spreadsheets that break your workflow, clunky ATS systems that weren't built for, how you actually hire, or missing candidate management features. That changes today. This isn't like just a business decision for us, it's a commitment to support our talent they're hiring. Introducing the all new Instahyre hiring suite designed exclusively for hiring consultants and talent partners. Now, I would just like to go through a very brief, quick feature highlights. The job form, it is now a two-step simple process where just you can add basic details like the skills and now you can also add up to 3 job locations per job post, and this will definitely help you to widen your talent pool. You can also assign coordinators so interviews, evaluation, and candidate updates never get missed. You can also create custom pipelines and match how you hire. And you can also turn on fair evaluations feature, which is a new feature on this. So you give feedback without any bias. You can also use the Insta screen feature to filter out irrelevant profiles. So how great would that be that you get only quality profiles for every role that you're looking candidates for. You can also easily share candidate profiles now with the team collaboration feature. And just a few other very important nice features that are, you can also use Instahyre Chrome extensions to bring candidate profiles directly from LinkedIn or other job boards. This will make your sourcing effort 5 times faster. You can also bulk upload resumes at once, and this will save you so much hours of time. You can also seamlessly connect with your existing ATS systems, like if it's Lever, Fresh House, Fresh Team, or Greenhouse. And I've already told about InstaScreen, which is a smart questionnaire that will help you filter out candidates and surface only the most suitable ones. So now you have a complete ATS experience on Instahyre for free. It's built for you to close more roles, delight your clients, and grow your business more. Yeah, so now I would like to hand it over to Sarvajit, to announce our contest winner and wrap up the session. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Prakriti. And I think this launch will help a lot of recruitment companies, recruitment consultants, and thank you so much for all the guys who have taken the beta on this and given us great feedback, which we help to improve our product. So we had been waiting for this moment, and it's time to announce the best talent advisory firm in India winner. We had run a contest on our LinkedIn page for votes, which we got nominated from different other consulting firms, and we got the person who stood out, the best talent advisory firm who stood out. So congratulations to BuildX Partners. A very big congratulations to our team. You have won the best talent advisory firm in India trophy and an exclusive Instahyre goodies hamper. And we also have a runners up. A big round of applause for Multi-Recruit for securing the runner-up position. So congratulations, BuildX Partners, and congratulations to Multi-Recruit. And it was great having this contest and a lot of people commenting about the best recruitment companies which are there. So as we come to the end of today's session, I would like to sincerely thank all of the folks who have joined in, and to my lovely two people who have been there for the last 1 hour and giving their insights, Vikna and Dikshita. And great round of applause to the winners of today's contest, the contest winners. And we will have a special launch video for the Instahyre hiring suite. Until then, thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much, Vikna and Dikshita, for joining in. I know you have a very busy schedule. Thank you so much. Hope you liked it, and we'll keep meeting more. So with that, I come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Sarvajit. Thank you so much, Dikshita. Thank you, Prakriti, for having us here.
Thank you so much, Vikna and Dikshita, for the insightful session. Really, really good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Have fun.
We know